It's about 4:15 in the afternoon on Monday, January 12th, 2024. Looks like everything's okay. I don't see any new calves. I don't see any struggling moms. I want to talk really quick about the sacrificial lot here. And Judy said something very recently. He kind of went on one of his rants, which I think I learn a lot more from his rants than I do when he's trying to be polite. But he said that the practice that many people have is that in wintertime they take their cows and they put them on a sacrificial lot because they tear up the pasture otherwise. And farmers know that you tear up the pasture, bad things happen. So they just stick their cows in a lot or a feed barn or something like that, and they feed them all winter long. And now what I'm doing here is that very thing that he ranted against. And the reason why I'm doing it is because I don't want the cows to overgraze. Different reasoning here. I don't think the cows, if I gave them plenty of area, would damage the soil very much. This is what they did over the course since the morning. This morning it was green grass, now it's just mud, you know. I don't think my cows are too big. I mean, they're stepping down a good 6 to 8 inches in the soil there and tearing it up. And you know, but regardless, the reason why I'm doing it is because I want to leave the rest of my pasture alone so I don't overgraze during the winter. The goal is to get to a point where I can continue grazing through the winter, and ideally without hay. But if I do provide hay, they still wouldn't be overgrazing, you know. So, but ideal is to get the hay standing in the field, right? Unharvested hay or standing hay, you know. It's much preferable to having the cows trotting around in the mud here. You can see that where the grass is from the hay, the ground's much better. You know, they're much more comfortable standing there than anywhere else. Anyway, so that's kind of the goal. That's what I'm trying to do here. And so I am violating one of the tenets that Judy, you know, has, or one of the things he looks at other farmers and say, you're doing it wrong. You know, but this is temporary. If I have to do this every year and I'm doing something wrong, I have to figure it out. Maybe I'm overstocked and I need to reduce the stocking density because, you know, even with 60 acres, it's still not enough to grow enough grass to feed all those cows or whatever it is. But, you know, my goal this last half year, my goal this coming year is just not to overgraze, right? Let the grass have plenty of chance to recover and don't eat too much of it when I take it. And I'm going to do a 6-week rotation, probably as a rule. I might stretch that out to 8 or 10 weeks, maybe even 12 weeks, if I feel like there's plenty of forage to go around. But as a general rule, I'll just be sticking to a 6-week rotation with two herds. One herd will be the bulls and the sheep, and the other herd will be the cows. But the bulls and the sheep, there's not enough really to make a difference. So I could do a 3-week rotation if I wanted to, which is what I did last year for most of the year. So that's where I'm at. Here, I'll just give you a little view here. I know the wind is blowing, but you can see all of this area here. It's all mud. That's where the cows were trotting around to eat the hay and get the water and stuff. So that's what I want to avoid for the rest of the pasture. But more importantly, it's the overgrazing. I don't want them touching this grass until it's time to graze it. So guys, that's all I got for you today. Have a great day. Take care. Bye-bye.